All right, guys, welcome to another video. Today, we are going to talk about basic order flow. Now, what is order flow? Order flow visualize the supply and demand range in the market. Market structure does the exact same thing. You understand? Now, look at this diagram very well. What do you see? You see a range. Then you remember this diagram, right? Range, then break out of the range. Possible might be an engulfing candle, create an imbalance, or just a straight candle like this. So after the range, when price break to the upside, might create a candle like this. Let me make it thicker. I create a candle like this and break out from the range. Then price will now come back, fill it, continue the next movement. So that's what is going on here. So after the breakout of the range, there have to be a mitigation. Price has to come back and what? Mitigate. Then continue the next movement. That's the same thing for the bearish movement. But this case, we are talking about order flow. And we're also talking about supply and demand. So if this is a demand range, after the breakout of the demand range, what's the next thing you'll be expecting? You'll be expecting price to come back to what? Mitigate the demand range, then continue. That's the same thing with when price break out of the range from the downside, it has already created a supply zone. So you're expecting price to come and mitigate what? The range and continue to the downside. I hope you understand what I'm trying to um show you guys. It's going to be more clearer. I'm going to show you guys some few examples as well. Now, look closely at this diagram again. You can see that order flow in the case of structure, order flow in the case of structure. We have in a bullish market, in a bullish order flow, we have series of higher highs and higher lows, higher highs. But in this case, yeah, we are going to use this box to identify where the flows is. Now, what you do is that the first thing you draw the box from the high, then you draw the box from the sorry, this is number 2. You draw the box down to the low. Draw it from the high to the low. Now, look at where price break the range from. This is where price break the range from. So let me use this example. Let's say, for example, you have this range like this. Then price break out of the range, right? You see the way I drew it. I already have a template. This is my 4 hours bullish, so it's going to like appear as a bullish scenario. But in this case, instead of us to have this jaga jaga, or should I say one or two movement in a bullish market, you have a break of structure and all that. So you have to draw it from the highs to the low. Now the reason why you have to draw it like that is because, see, now look at this order flow range. Now let me drag it. Shey you are seeing that price has to come back and mitigate the range to continue the movement. It's not every time that price has to come down to all these lows. Yes, that's why we when we are talking about supply and demand, we have to choose one or two zones, yes, from it. But price has to come back and what? Respect the range. Then this one too, price want to continue to the upside, price will now come and what? Respect the range and continue like that. So that's just it about order flow. See, order flow is not really hard to understand. It's very, very simple to understand. Just know, draw your box, wait for price to come for your range and continue. That's the same thing with the bearish scenario. This is a bearish order flow. This is a bearish market. So what you do, you draw it from where price break from the range down to the low of the zone, then drag it. You can see price has to respect the order flow range. Price has to what? Respect the order flow range. Price has to what? Respect the order flow range. I hope this is clear. So price has to what? Initiate out of the range and continue the next. All right, guys. So in continuation of this basic order flow, now look at this diagram very well. Look at this diagram very well. What do you see? You see your swing structure, your internal structure as well. But in this case, we are going to talk about order flow. Now, first, after the break of your swing structure, what's the next thing you're expecting? A pullback, right? Now, your internal structure has to switch berries in order to facilitate the movement. Not every time, but down to the discount zone. And you can see the range. Are you seeing the range? Price has to come for the range. You understand? It's not every time price has to, if the momentum is very strong, price might not come for the range. Like when I was teaching you guys market structure, price can just do like this and continue, but it mitigates the range. Just test it, then continue the movement to the upside or to the downside. So now look at this diagram very well. After a break, the internal structure has to switch bearish, which means all this internal structure has to switch bearish to what? To facilitate the swing pullback. I know now this thing is making sense. With this order flow, you'll be able to understand structure very well. You'll be able to understand structure what? Very well. Remember, I told you guys that market structure similarly does the same thing with what? With order flow. But this time around, we just have color boxes in order for us to know that, okay, price has mitigated the range and continue the next movement. So when price get to this discount pricing zone, I don't want to talk about discount pricing zone. Let me say the demand range. What's the next thing you're expecting? Continuation of the move to the upside. And you can see order flow has to switch bullish to continue the movement. What about those previous supply zone that was created on this bearish order flow that facilitated the pullback? They will now serve as reaction point. So when price gets to this point, it mitigates mitigate the range, push down, could not take out this one, come up, mitigate the range again. Are you seeing it? Then price now come. The same thing will happen, mitigate the range, push down, then continue until price successfully break out the what? This high, then we now have a break of structure. Now look at this box. Now this box is, I'm trying to explain this, what is going on here on this box. So we are just zooming inside of it to see what is going on here. Then after we break out, you can see price continue again, then continue the movement. You understand? So first step, after a break, uh, facilitate the pullback, mitigated this demand range. After mitigating it, bullish order flow, and order flow now switch what? Bullish. Internal structure and the swing structure. Internal structure and this swing structure, they are aligned together, like they are now working together. Since the internal and the swing are bullish, they work together until the price take out this one. So now all the mitigated supply range now become what? Liquidity target. They now become reaction for the continuation of the move. Then the sixth step is that we expect bullish order flow to head to break out this what? Weak swing guy. So this swing guy is what? We now become weak. With this video, you'll be able to understand order flow very, very well, and structure as well, and supply and demand, and how price move as well. So I hope you get something from it. Now let's look at chart example. Remember, we said after the break, the next thing you do is what? You draw the box from the high down to the low. Now look at this. This is what? Bullish order flow. This is what? The bullish order flow. Let me make this one. I want this one to be. Okay. All right. Now you can see that the order flow were previously bearish. Like from this old range, you can see it was bearish. I already have a template, so it will become easier. Then immediately after we break this range, what's the next thing? Price come back, respect the range and cause another break again. Then what happened again? Price come back, You can see the bearish order flow, this one. Then what happened again? Did this one break this eye? Yes, it did. So in this case, order flow switch bullish. Then order flow now switch bearish again. Okay. So this is clearly obvious that what supply is in what control. Then let's continue. Now we have this break to the upside here, which is this break. Now, order flow does not really mean that it has to be your swing break, or it can be your internal, it can be your fractal, regardless, as long as, see, order flow is very sweet, too, honestly, it's very, very, very sweet, because with order flow, you can be able to see, okay, now let's look at this internal structure. Now look at this. This is a what? This is a bullish order flow, which is a break, right? Let me reduce this quality. Now this is a bullish example, right? Now before price switch bullish, there was a bearish what? There was a bearish OF inside of it. Before price, there was a breakdown, then break up. Then let's continue. You can see this 4 point. Order flow continues bullish. Order flow continue bullish. This is, remember, where the price break from, that's where you draw it from. Then order flow continue being bullish here. Order flow continue being bullish here. Then what now happen? Order flow now switch bearish. Order flow switch what? Bearish. Just to facilitate this movement down. And at the same time, in this demand range. But order flow has to switch what? Bearish and bullish. All right, let me show you. I don't know why it's not changing. Then what now happen? Order flow switch bullish. So we have a break to the upside. Another flow switch bullish. Order flow continue bullish. Now you see, price, this is where price was supposed to come from, but at the same time, price come back for this larger range. You understand? Even to all this point, price come back for this one larger range. So order flow continue being bullish. This did not break with a body break. Yeah. So order flow continue being bullish. Now look at this larger order flow. Are you seeing it? Look at this other larger order flow. Bullish. Then now in this case, you can see that price did not come, did not come down. Price did not come down to this demand zone, but even as that, it still respect the what? The order flow. Then continue the movement to the upside. Then you can see order flow. Now we still have this whole range that is unmitigated, and we still have some demand zones that are mitigated here. You understand? So where is price now coming from? You can see that price is coming from what? This order flow, this bullish order flow. You understand? So let's do more example. Let's do more example. This thing is drawing. This thing is very, very, very sweet. Let's do more example. All right. All right, let's do more example. So you can see that other flow was what? Bearish here. See, we have this break here, right? Then inside of it, other flow switch bearish, bullish, bearish before we finally break this. But we are just going to focus on the larger one. So when it's bearish, we use the H4 bearish, this whole range. Oh, H4. Oh, sorry guys. Let me make an M15 bullish OF. So, okay. All right. So we are good to go now. Then other flow was bearish. Other flow was also bearish here. There was a break here, but there was a break here though. So other flow was bearish here. Then other flow switch bullish. Mm, okay. Uh-oh. There's an error here though. So other flow now continue bearish here. Then we continue the bearish other flow. Other flow switch bullish here. Good. Other flow continue bullish. Yeah. All right. You can see that all these other flow has to switch bearish in order to continue this movement. Now we have a break here. Did it break it? Yes, it did. So we have a break here. Now, after we have this break here, what now happened? You can see that this larger order flow is bearish. It's still bearish, but on the internal structure, the order flow has to switch bullish and bearish, bullish and bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish as well. So let me just make it our, these are F15 bearish order flow. Then we switch bullish again. So let me drag this thing out. And you can see how other flow switch bullish. Okay. You see it? So we were bearish, then we switch bullish. So all this internal structure has to what? Switch bullish to continue the movement to the upside. Then order flow remains bullish. So those people that were trying to sell, they were just what? They were just forcing things. See, price has to mitigate the range again. I hope this thing is making sense. I hope this thing is making sense. Price mitigate the range again. Remember, draw from the high down to the low until order flow remain bullish. Until what? Until price switch bearish here yesterday. And before order flow switch bearish, what happened? All these smaller, all this has to switch bearish, which means that change of character. Remember your chalk is just that first sign. So all this OF switch bearish down, then we'll continue this small order flow, which price validated. See, bearish order flow. Continue. This morning. So remember that all these old will now be what reaction. See price react from this one. See price react from this one and continue. So price come back after this break today. Price come back and respect the what? The order flow before we continue the movement. Before we now continue the movement to the downside. Now price is reacting from this what? This order flow. So structure and order flow is somewhat similar, but order flow will make it more visible. So see this bearish order flow here, supply zone. This is where price will react to. So if you were active today on the market, this is a 6 pips stop loss, right? Now there's a fractal mitigation here. Let me delete this one. You see it? On this order flow here, price come back for it. You can see there's a supply zone here that you can trade from. Where's our fractal shock? This one. Now, for you to understand where the chop occur more, use your order flow. Now, order flow was bullish here, right? Then this other small one was also bullish as well. But this order flow, price switch bearish. So if you were targeting, if you took a trade from this supply zone here, you can see. Boom. After the range, after this bearish order flow was mitigated, what now happened? Price just mitigated an unmitigated zone and what? Boom. So you see how this thing is what making sense. Price reacting from this order flow.